If you've ever wondered how those intricate, beautiful designs get etched onto wood with perfect precision, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into how laser engraving actually works, breaking down the technology behind the art, the types of lasers used, and why wood is one of the best materials for this craft. Whether you're a curious DIYer, a woodworker, or someone thinking about starting your own laser engraving business, understanding the basics will give you a huge leg up. So, let's get started. What is laser engraving? At its core, laser engraving is a process that uses a focused beam of light, a laser to remove material from a surface and create an image, design, or text. Unlike traditional carving, which relies on blades or tools physically scraping the wood, laser engraving is contactless and uses heat generated by the laser to vaporize or burn the wood's surface. This means it can create incredibly detailed and consistent patterns down to fractions of a millimeter. How does a laser engraver work? Here's a simple breakdown of the main parts in a typical laser engraver. Laser source. This is the actual laser beam generator. It can be a CO2 laser, fiber laser, or diode laser, depending on the machine. Mirrors and lenses. These direct and focus the laser beam precisely onto the wood surface. Motion system. Usually motors and rails that move the laser head or the workpiece itself in X and Y directions, allowing the laser to draw the design. Control software. You send your design file here and the software translates it into movement commands and laser power settings. Once the machine starts, the laser beam heats tiny spots on the wood, vaporizing the surface to reveal a darker engraved pattern. The laser's precision means even complex images, fine text, and delicate textures are possible. Types of lasers used in wood engraving. Most wood laser engravers use one of these three main laser types: CO2 lasers. These are the most common for wood engraving. They emit infrared light and are great at cutting and engraving organic materials like wood, leather, and acrylic. CO2 lasers produce smooth, dark engravings without burning too deeply if set correctly. Fiber lasers. Usually better for metals and plastics, fiber lasers aren't common for wood but can still be used for certain applications. They have a shorter wavelength and can be more precise, but they don't always produce the same warm look on wood as CO2 lasers. Diode lasers. Lower powered and more affordable, diode lasers are great for beginners or hobbyists. They can engrave wood but typically work slower and with less depth than CO2 lasers. Why wood is perfect for laser engraving. Wood is one of the most popular materials for laser engraving, and for good reasons. Natural contrast. When laser engraved, wood's surface chars slightly, creating a beautiful contrast between the lighter wood and the darker engraved areas. Variety of textures. Different woods, from maple to cherry to plywood, offer unique grain patterns that add character to the finished piece. Easy to work with. Wood engraves quickly compared to harder materials like glass or metal. Eco-friendly and sustainable. Especially if you use reclaimed or scrap wood, it's a renewable resource with less environmental impact than many plastics or composites. What affects the quality of an engraving? Several factors come into play when creating crisp, beautiful laser engravings. Laser power and speed. Higher power burns deeper. Slower speed lets the laser linger longer on each spot, making the engraving darker. Wood type and finish. Softer woods engrave faster but can be messier. Hard woods take more power but give detailed results. Also, wood with knots or uneven grain can affect consistency. Design file quality. The resolution and contrast of your design directly impact the final look. High res, clean files engrave best. Focus and calibration. Properly focusing the laser beam ensures sharp edges and avoids blurry or burnt spots. Common applications and fun facts. Laser engraving is used everywhere, from custom signage and awards to personalized gifts and even industrial parts. Did you know that the same laser technology is used to engrave intricate patterns on jewelry, smartphone cases, and even musical instruments? And with advancements like vector engraving and raster engraving, artists can create everything from line art to shaded photorealistic images on wood. Getting started with your own laser engraving projects? If all this sounds exciting, you might be wondering how to start making your own wood laser engraved products. The good news: you don't need to be a tech wizard or have tons of experience. With the right beginner-friendly laser engraver and simple design software, you can start experimenting and creating in no time. From personalized gifts like pet tags and wedding signs to home decor and business branding, the possibilities are wide open. If you're curious about how to turn laser engraving into a profitable business or just want a step-by-step guide on getting started, I've got something for you. I created a free beginner's guide that walks you through everything from picking the right machine, understanding startup costs, to finding your first customers. Just click the link in the description to download your copy and start your wood laser engraving journey today. Thanks for watching. Now go create something amazing with laser engraving.